Well, hey there, everybody. Hey, so how about I make my first week of what's sold on eBay and then go on vacation for 2.5 weeks? How's that sound? That's pretty much what happened. So I feel bad for kind of just leaving everybody in the dark, but nothing happened. I put my store on vacation mode and I needed some very much needed relaxation time and just time to clear the mind. Which is definitely something that I recommend everybody do because now I feel refreshed and recharged and ready to go. So, since I don't have anything to report that I've sold, I figured what I could do is do something a little bit different. I don't think I've seen a video like this before, but I wanted to make a what returned on eBay this week so that people can see what kind of things are giving me headaches and honestly things that I might not buy as much in the future. And a lot of them are technology based, if I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to be a lot more careful with certain things that I'm picking up now just because I'm tired of dealing with like really stupid situations that shouldn't even be a thing, but they are because of the type of item that I'm buying. Like if I buy a model car or I buy a puzzle, I'm not going to get a return that says it didn't work, even though I tested and it worked. You know what I mean? So, let's get, and it's actually funny because I have the returns sitting right here. I was a little annoyed about this because we went away on vacation. It was maybe about a half a week or a week into it. And then I get the notifications that these people want to return this stuff, and I'm not going to be there in order to accept it when it comes back in the mail. So it's literally just sitting outside of my apartment for like 2 weeks, which was really annoying. But nevertheless, let's take a look at some of these. This one right here, I'm actually going to call up eBay because I have some recordings between me and eBay about what we were going to do about this, and eBay kind of just, shafted me and gave the buyer the refund anyway. The moral of the story is, this is funny too because I made a video about this specific thing that I sent out previously saying to always do the right thing and customer service and all of this stuff, and look what it got me, right? This is so funny how the world works like this. I never understand it. So that person, if you haven't watched the video, basically, he messages me after like a week, maybe a couple days of getting the Nintendo Wii bundle. And he claims that one of the controllers is not working. Now, the only way that you can validate whether or not one of the controllers is not working is if you turn on the Wii and you use it. So that's what his claim was originally, and I was happy to send him a new remote for free, and I even put in a free game with the remote, just kind of to say, sorry about that, and hopefully this will make you feel better type of thing. I paid for the shipping, I paid for all of that. So he gets the remote, and then like 2.5, 3 weeks go by. Mind you, I have 30-day returns on my items, and he probably, at this point, it's probably like the 25th day. So then he goes ahead and sends me a message when I'm on vacation. Doesn't even actually send me a message, just completely opens a return case and says that the item doesn't work now. It's defective and won't turn on. The Nintendo Wii itself. But it worked enough for you to power on the remotes to see if one worked and one didn't, and then message me about that week. So it doesn't really make sense. It's not really adding up. The individual claims in the messages that the Nintendo Wii was for his children. So it's like, who's to say that your kids were not playing with the Wii when you were not present in the room and dumped a glass of orange juice on it? Or I don't know how old they are, but maybe one of them slobbered all of it. I mean, I was a kid too, you know what I mean? I did stupid crap like that too, and I certainly wasn't going to tell my parents if I broke a Nintendo Wii because I would get an ass whooping. So I'm a little frustrated at this because eBay just kind of shafted me and told me, oh yeah, wait till you get back from vacation and then you can figure it all out. And then before I got back from vacation, they just issued the refund, took the money out of my PayPal, and basically said, fuck you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open up the return and see what it is that he sent me back before eBay could even let me validate that it wasn't just a box of rocks. Appreciate that. And then we're going to see if it powers up, and if it does, then the reason for the return is obsolete, and I don't know why it was issued. If it doesn't, then he returned an item that's not in the same condition as he bought it in. So either way, I'm going to have a little bit of a stink about this, and I'm certainly not going to be taking a negative mark on my account for something that I was advised to do by eBay themselves. It's a little ridiculous. So let's take a look at that one first, and then I guess we'll look at the other ones, and we'll see what's going to happen. All right. So this is how it came. It's I can hear everything rumbling around in there. I'll tell you this. Anytime a buyer sends me back something and I don't necessarily agree, even if eBay, shafts me like they have, I'm blocking the buyer. I'm not dealing with people who are really difficult and honestly just fucking rude. It's like, how are you going to sit here and have my Wii for 4 weeks, break it, and then validate it by telling me you tested the controllers weeks prior, and then send it back to me and basically just flip me the bird when I was nothing but nice to you and sending you the extra controller for free and the game, right? And I'm sure my extra game and my extra controller is not in this box. I'm sure that individual still has it, and that's going to be another problem. But not going to jump the gun. Let's see what happened here. Okay, so we've got Mario Kart wheel. That's fine. Oh, yeah, something back actually. Someone's price flag. Okay, no controllers over here. Okay, the lighters. Let's check these out. That one's okay. That one's okay. Does one with erosion on it? Honestly, all three of these controllers look like they have erosion on it. And now I'm going to have to validate the test. There's a nice area in here. Nice. Alright, so we got that. Is this the full thing circuit, or is this the piece? Because this does not really look like the same thing. I'm pretty sure that he forgot to send back like an extension of this or something. That's stupid, but... Oh, wait, maybe I remember this pin track being longer than this. Which is also really annoying, so I can't get this. It's the same. Alright, 2 uncuts. And here's the way. So let's check it out. Let's see what you did. Oh, okay. Well, I already see a nice big smudge at the top of this. And when I sent this out, this was completely clean. I mean, it looks clean to me, man. Let's see. Let's see if she powers up. If she powers up, I'm gonna be pretty annoyed, to be honest. Because here's the thing, dude. If you wanted to return it and it was fine, I have 30-day returns. So just don't lie. Don't say that it doesn't work. Just come up with a different reason or work with me, or just say, hey, I don't want this anymore, right? And then maybe pay the return shipping, because it's not my fault that you ordered something that you don't want anymore, I mean, I get Amazon does free returns and stuff, but this ain't Amazon. I'm not Amazon. Sorry, Jeff Bezos makes billions of dollars a year and pays nothing in taxes. It's not the way that it is over here, okay? Anyway. Okay. Bam. Wham. Thank you, ma'am. All right. There's a little red light on. And it turns on. Let me see if I can show you guys. So, what are you talking about, dude? Let's see if the Wipeout game is still in here that I sent them. It is. So it's like, what do you mean, bro? What do you mean it's broken? It's not. It's literally not. I mean, I could plug it into the TV and validate that there's a picture on it, but this is clearly a working Wii as of right now. I can't imagine that if it powers on that the AV cables are going to give me a problem. Like, are you kidding? Oh, so there's another pointless return for absolutely no reason. And honestly, I'm a little apprehensive because I have 2 other Wii bundles sitting right here that I've yet to list. And now, what is it going to be, like this game where people just buy my Wii for a month and then use it and then throw it back to me? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But that's the first one. I'm a little bit happier knowing that the Wii actually works now. because then that means at least I can resell it to somebody else that'll return it in 30 days or whatever. Maybe what I'll do is I'll adjust my business strategy as eBay recommends whenever they screw you over with things like this, and just not put returns, even though that's not going to do anything, but at least it'll make people, you know, a little bit less pain in the assy when it comes to this stuff. It'll deter certain people away, I guess. So that was that. A little bit happier, a little bit more relieved that it's not a box of rocks. And it is what it is. This one is great. So this one, basically, excuse me, Flipper Pit, I'm doing a video over here and you're kind of encroaching on my area, and there's lots of stuff over here that can, sorry, the dog. I picked up this, it's like a sleep apnea device cleaning machine. I picked this up and a bunch of other stuff in like a lot type of deal at a garage sale. The lady, I think, had $75 on this. I think that's what it was, 75. And you can see what I had it up for. I had it up for $250. I took a best offer of $220. I don't remember what the shipping was. It really wasn't that bad to ship. But this guy basically claims that this unit is not brand new, and it's been used, and it smells like it came from a smoker's household or whatever. Now, when I bought this from the lady at the garage sale, obviously I can't validate what happened to this thing when it's from a garage sale, but she had assured me that it was brand new. She told me that it was an extra unit that they no longer needed, unfortunately, because the person had passed away, and they never used it. And then when I looked inside, you could see it comes with all the original foam. I looked inside, I took the machine out. It was clean. It was completely clean. All of the stuff is in there. It's a new unit. It is. But this guy basically sent me some messages, and let's actually go to the messages and see. You advertise this as being brand new. The unit has obviously been used. Obviously, it has been used. In addition to that, it smells like it has been used by a smoker in a smoking home. You are welcome to call me. I'm going to blur out the phone number now. Thank you very much. I don't know why you sent me your phone number. At the moment, I am not very happy with this purchase from you. I will await your response before getting eBay involved. Mind you, this was on vacation, and when I got this, I was like in the middle of a theme park or something like that, and I'm like, you know what, dude, I just can't even right now because I want to enjoy my time. So here's his pictures of the unit, which honestly, like, I mean, I don't have the best camera either, but god dang, dude, what are you taking these in 420p? You can't even really see how clean the unit actually is in there. It looks like it's a lot worse than it is because you're in low lighting and whatever. But let's pop it open and let's see what all the complaining was about. And let's see if it really does smell like cigarettes, because I didn't smell anything. But again, let me take a whiff and let's see if he's legitimate in what he's complaining about. Because obviously a device like this, you don't really want if somebody has been using it who's a smoker and you're not a smoker. I understand that 100%. Let's take a look. Like, I don't I don't get it. I don't understand people. Like, how do you say that this was used by a smoker? There's no smell right here, and even in here, it certainly doesn't smell like a fucking smoker just took their cigarette and ashed it in here, dude. It's you know what it smells like? It smells like this rubber tubing in here, which is exactly what it is, dude. So, like, I'm very sorry that the rubber tubing and maybe this little part did not come in some plastic. Maybe that's the reason you don't think it's new. At least you didn't use any of my cleaning solution. That's nice. But yeah, man, like, how are you gonna sit here and basically claim that this was used by a smoker? And how can you even claim that it's used? Like, there's nothing on this. There's nothing. Literally nothing. It's clean as if it just came out of the factory, dude. But there's nothing I can do. You know what I mean? There's nothing I can do about it. So, unfortunately, the only thing I can do about it is relist it and hope that the next person is not annoying. And eventually, we will find somebody that will accept the unit that isn't annoying and is appreciative of the discounted deal that's permitted to them. I mean, honestly, I put myself in the buyer's shoes sometimes, but I also don't make a big deal about things that shouldn't be a big deal. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I bought something from Amazon. It was a bottle of supplements. And so this bottle of supplements that I got basically broke in the mail on the way to my house. So anybody could literally just go to Amazon or the postal service or whatever and complain and file something and get a new thing sent out and whatever, right? I just am not like that. I don't know why. I just don't like making inconveniences for other people because maybe I can do something right then and there and it won't be a big deal. So you know what I did? All I did was took a bag and just made sure that there wasn't any freaking, particles of the bottle or anything in there. And I put the pills in a plastic bag. I don't need a return. I got my supplement. I got what I paid for. But it's just like, if it smells, take some soap and water and then wash it in there. And then you don't have to deal with return. You don't have to deal with money. You don't have to deal with that. Like, I think people just love making things harder than they need to be. I don't know. It's a weird world we're living in these days. But before I go on too much of a tangent, let's go over to the last one. The last thing that I had a little bit of trouble with, and I'm never gonna buy these ever again. It's this Samsung Gear virtual reality headset with the controller. Now, this person didn't actually return it. I'm actually pretty pleased with this buyer because they just messaged me and kind of let me know what was going on. Let's see if I can find the message here. Okay. So this guy basically told me that one of the adapters that was supposed to come with this thing did not show up, which I was like, what? Because this is a brand new unit that I bought from Walmart. And but then I asked him to send me some pictures because he said that it was like a little damaged too. So I took a look at this, and this is how it showed up at his house. And I'll tell you right now, that is not how I sent it out by any means. But it literally looks like somebody took a big box cutter and they just yoink right down the side of it. And I don't know. I can't validate whether or not they took something out of it or if they didn't or not. And that's what the headset ended up looking like when it got there. The guy said that it worked, but because it doesn't have that that attachment or whatever, that he's not really going to be able to use it, and he's going to have to buy that separate. So what I did was I filed the claim with the United States Postal Service, which is the one that was handling it at this time. And by the way, this was sent out with the global shipping program, so I think that I'm a little bit more protected with that because he would basically have to validate whether or not the shipping, this damage, occurred between the eBay shipping center and him, or me and the shipping center. Regardless, I filed the claim, and I was notified the other day that I did receive a check for the full amount of insurance on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically look up some comparables to see how much this adapter is for this person. I'm going to message him and see if he went ahead and bought one already, because if he did, I want to kind of see how much it costed, because I'd rather give him what he paid for the unit, not comparables, you know what I mean, because I'd feel bad. But I'm going to work with him on it, and I'm going to send him a partial refund so that he can go ahead and get that adapter and to make up for the damage that might have happened to the unit. And we'll see if we can solve it that way, and hopefully he won't just want to, return it, especially because global shipping program, I'm pretty sure that the shipping is expensive for them. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, 3 technological devices that provided some headaches while I was away. Not really too big of a deal. I'm happy to be back in the saddle yet again. I wish that I'd be able to make one of those sold videos this week, but that's not going to happen because we don't have anything sold. The only thing I'm sending out today is a Matchbox car. And that's it, you guys. So that was what was returned on eBay last week. If you guys like this concept so that you guys can kind of familiarize yourself with what products are kind of giving me headaches, and I would enjoy seeing what people are returning for you guys as well, just so that I can be on the lookout for certain things and maybe put that into my risk to reward ratio when I'm sourcing things. You know, do I really want to deal with something that could potentially do this or that or whatever? I have a lot of VCRs and DVD players too that I picked up real cheap, but you know, a lot can happen with those old devices in the mail, and God forbid something happens, it's gonna probably backfire on me. So I just want everybody to be aware of that. I want to be aware too, and we're just working together to get better every day at this. Hope you guys are having a great week thus far. I believe it's Wednesday right now. Yeah, Wednesday the 3rd. Happy Independence Day to everybody. And I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.